Hey everyone, welcome back to another video from Psyched About Life, where we talk about psychology, life, growth, and personal development. Now, you may see that I'm in another location, but if you watch my All About Me video, I am in my living room. And I absolutely love what my mom did with the place. She has these really cute decorations she does for every holiday, every season. As you can see, this one's clearly for fall. Fall is one of my favorite time of the year for me. It's my favorite season. But anyway, that's not related to this video. This video is all about setting healthy boundaries, 10 ways to build and preserve better boundaries. If you've never set boundaries, this video is for you. It's really important to do so. We'll get into that later. But really quickly, let's talk a little bit about what they are and if you, in fact, need to set healthy boundaries in your life. So boundaries take many different forms. We'll start off with if you're more rigid, you might keep others at a distance, have very few, if not very seldom, close relationships with people. You may even avoid close relationships, seem detached, even with intimate partners. You're very particular with who you keep close and who you are vulnerable with. Now, on the opposite end with boundaries, if you have more loose and or open boundaries, you might find it very difficult to say no to others' requests, demands, really quick to saying yes, or just have trouble saying no. And if you say yes and then you flake last minute or change your mind, then that could be used against you, right? So it's always good to set those healthy boundaries. Also, you get too involved with other people's problems, you overshare your own personal information with others, or you may seek to please others for fear of rejection or being left out. Now, that all stems from a lot of our inner childhood wounds and stuff that we have dealt with in our lives in the past, whether it's trauma or just plain out negative experiences that we've dealt with. That really shapes and forms what happens in our lives, how we go about our relationships with others and those boundaries, right? That is where we see it. We see it in those boundaries that we set with people. And this is what we want. So we want healthy boundaries. You want to make your expectations clear. You establish the behavior that you will accept from other people, and it establishes what behavior other people can expect from you. So that's really the gist of a healthy boundary, to sum it up in a definition. If you have healthy boundaries, you might share personal information appropriately. You value your own opinions. You value your worth. Speak up for yourself in times where it's needed. You know, you're valid for feeling what you feel, and if you need to speak up for yourself and share your own opinions, you do so. Understand your personal needs and wants and how to communicate them appropriately. So it's funny, I have a lot of other videos that kind of come back and they come into this video. For example, I talk about communication, clear, effective communication. We also talked about those inner childhood wounds. So it's really cool if you're watching this video right now, go and check out my other videos. They talk about the communication, inner childhood wounds. And I do mention something about boundaries in a few of my videos about friendships and stuff like that. So if you have some time, definitely check those out. Also, this is a big one, and this is also something that I need to learn: accept when others tell you no. Now, there could be a lot to that statement, right? It could be that you're a bit stubborn. Maybe you have expectations that you feel like this person needs to fulfill. Whatever the case is, you accept when others tell you no. That's a good thing. It's okay for people to have their own feelings, their own perspective, and to say no. So that's what a healthy boundary looks like overall. And whether you're at work, at home, with friends, it's good to have healthy boundaries. So in order to successfully maintain and set those boundaries, you must successfully introduce them. It's key to understand why they're each important to you and how they will benefit your emotional well-being. Take some time to figure out yourself a little bit better. Maybe you need to explore what's really happening, why you need to set boundaries. So do some reflection. Also, you can start with a few boundaries and then move up from there. And then you can set more, and at your own pace, whatever you feel comfortable with. A lot of people tend, especially nowadays, they tend to rush and try to increase as quickly as they possibly can. Maybe that's to protect themselves. Maybe that's because we really care about bettering our lives and everything and our connections, but it's really good to do it at a pace where we feel it's right. And it's okay to have a different pace than somebody else, right? That's when it comes into like, okay, that person's living their own life and I'm living mine. So really being able to detach and separate ourselves is very key. Also, you can consider setting boundaries early on. So I always think about that example or that analogy where the teacher is from day one, okay, this is my rules, these are my expectations, and this is how I expect everyone in this class to behave. These are the rules. It's very good to start early on so that you set the tone for the whole school year. So it's really important, even with boundaries, if you set them right away, it's really easy to work with them. And everyone knows where they stand, no feelings get hurt, there's no confusion, and that frustration can be lessened overall. Another thing is being consistent, of course, but also to carve out time for yourself. It's good to give yourself some alone time, to give yourself some self-care. Boundaries like this could help you if you live with your partner, if you live with your parents, or you have a busy social schedule of friends. That's something that I've always struggled with because I tend to not be able to say no. I don't really make time for myself so that I'm getting what I need out of it. And I'm constantly in a battle of, am I like doing too much? Am I not doing enough? So really knowing how to plan out your time effectively, how much energy you're giving, that all has to deal with setting those healthy boundaries. Even for yourself, because we all need time to do what makes us happy. And who knows how to make us happy better than ourselves? Sometimes, if you're like me, our social battery goes down, right? So it's good to recharge and take some time, alone time, or do stuff that makes you happy, because I'm sure there's going to be times where you're like, geez, I need to take a step back and relax. And so it gives you that time to relax, regather your thoughts, feelings, and not overwhelm yourself. It's really good to have that open communication. Communicate when your boundaries are being crossed. It's critical if someone consistently oversteps yours. You might need to raise your concerns and have those discussions. It's okay to be confrontational with stuff like boundaries. You can say, hey, right now I'm a little overwhelmed. Can we have this discussion later on today or maybe tomorrow when I just feel a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little more calmed down, and I can get back to you when I can. Now, if the person's rushing the process, then let them. It's all up to how we react, how we feel. If we're the ones that have something to say, it's okay for us to take the time to do so. And I feel like some people, like I said, we rush to get things done, to get to the next point, but it's at your pace. Everything in life should be at your pace, and everyone's pace is different. So just keep that in mind. Whether it's for yourself or for someone else, everyone's got their own pace. And just practice overall that self-love and engage in activities that you enjoy, because we need to do that for ourselves. It's very crucial. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's it for today. Please like, share, subscribe, and come back for more content. There's more to come. I might do another video similar to this one where we talk about saying no, when it's okay to say no, because that's something that kind of aligns with setting boundaries and healing those wounds and everything like that. It's all connected to self-growth and healing. So that's something that I definitely want to tap into. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.